Hey, this is BRAINWAVEZ and I'm gonna show you how to make bass music like Taiki Nulight. This whole project file, as usual, is available on my Patreon along with many others, so feel free to check the link in the description if you want to get it, and let's get started. So the BPM for this project is 140. The drums sound like this. And they consist of a kick drum, a couple of snares, so this is one layer. And this is the other layer, both of them together. And then I have a couple layers of hi-hats. So I have this first hi-hat. Then I have this top loop that I created some time ago. And then this other combination of a couple different hi-hats. Yeah, they're very important for this type of tracks. They really help to enhance the groove of the drop and to really make it move. If I take out the hi-hats, you can see how all of a sudden now this is like very static and not too dynamic. Now with the hi-hats. So yeah, very important for this type of genre. Now let's move on to the basses, and I have a sidechain. I have my sidechain in place in here, just doing it manually, and the first bass sounds like this. And this one started with the first oscillator being a sine wave, but then I modified the harmonics in here. I draw some extra harmonics, so you can see that it's looking like so. So you can basically copy this pattern in here. Not giving too much sound at the moment. Then I enabled the sub oscillator going directly out into the first bus. Still not much going on. After that, I enable the second oscillator, oscillator B, which is 1 octave up. And the level of this one is around 34%. The level of the oscillator A is 75. And I have some phase distortion from B, around 44%. We're kind of getting something, still not too much. Then I enable the oscillator C, and this is a sine wave with 2 octaves up and the volume at around 61%. So basically, the harmonics of the first oscillator helps with the tone. Same with the phase distortion from oscillator B, and the oscillator C gives some extra texture in there. Then I enable this filter that is only affecting oscillator A and B, not oscillator C, and that is being routed to this first LFO. This is envelope mode and the rate is a bar. And then check out parameters for the envelope one. Right, so that's the foundation of the sound, but now let's get into the effects. First I have some hyperdimension. Then tube distortion. Some phaser, a little bit more the tone that I wanted. Then some single band compression. And this EQ, just further shaping the bass. Then outside of the patch, I added this saturator, which has a hard curve in it. 5 decibels in the drive and all of these parameters. And then this EQ just boosting around the 2K area and the low end. To end it off, I just added a little bit of reverb automation in here with this reverb throw rack of mine. Then I created a variation of this first bass. That's why it's called bass 1.2. And it's basically the same bass, the same patch, but I just changed the oscillator C to be a saw wave and to have 2 octaves and 7 semitones up. And I put a low pass filter in here set at 58%. So it gives it like a nice harmonic variation. So that's for those 2 basses. Then I have this fluttering bass in here. And this one started with a sine wave once again, and once again me getting into the wavetable editor and drawing and taking out some harmonics. You can get a ton of cool different sounds just by doing this and experimenting with this. So what I did in here was taking out the fundamental and just adding this 2 harmonics in here. And that gives us this weird sound that doesn't make much sense as of right now, but it will make sense in a second. This first wavetable is routed to this LFO. The level is routed to this LFO, which is set in 1/8 triplets, and it has a little bit of a smoothness on it, and that's giving it like the fluttery aspect to it. Then I enable a sub oscillator, and that's giving us the sub bass portion of the sound. Then I enabled the oscillator B, and this one has the harmonic series wavetable, which is like the key of the sound, and it's on like the wavetable position 7. That's where you get like the tone of the bass. And that one, the level is routed to LFO 3, which with these parameters and with this rate. So it's going a little bit faster than LFO1, which was this one. Something very important before I forget is the pitching up. So what I'm doing is I created this ramp up shape and I set the rate to 4 bars, and then I went to the matrix and I routed LFO1 to the main tuning, which you can find in here. I set it in unipolar mode, and this has like an amount of 2%. And that's how I'm making it pitch up, basically. Now let's move on to the effects. I just have 2 things in here. I have a little bit of hyperdimension and an utility just cutting the stereo-ness out of the low end. Then outside of the patch, I have erosion with the white noise mode and these parameters. And an EQ just boosting around here. To top it off, once again, I am using my reverb throw rack. Just like a very subtle reverb in there. So yeah, now let's move on to bass number 3. Which is once again a sine wave, and I'm drawing some extra harmonics in here. The key of this sound is the pitch modulation. So I'm using LFO1 to create that with this 1/8 rate and this shape and some smoothness on it. And that's going to the chorus pitch in here. I could also do it with the main tuning. I just prefer to do it with the chorus pitching here, but honestly, you know, either or will give me the same result in this instance, as far as I know. Besides the chorus pitch, I'm also doing a modulation of the amp, which you can only do from the matrix once again, so global and then amp, and that's basically like a volume control overall of the whole patch. And then I created this envelope one. This is how the sound is gonna behave. A little bit of like 38 milliseconds of attack, some decay, sustain, and a little bit of release. Then I have, in the effects, I have single band compression and EQ just boosting a little bit of the low mids. and some hyper dimension to make this a tiny bit wider. Outside of the patch, I have once again saturator. This time I'm using the cyanoid fold mode with these parameters. Just giving it like a little extra push in there. Then erosion. And EQ just to further shape the sound. Lastly, I have this fourth bass. And that one is pretty similar. In this case, you can see I use the main tuning. So as I said, you can like use either the chorus pitch of the main tuning or this type of sounds. So I have this main tuning going half of a bar going down in envelope mode. And this, once again, was just a sine wave where I deleted the fundamental and added a couple harmonics, and then I added a sub generator. So just the sub. Just the oscillator. They definitely need each other. And then I have this envelope, pretty similar to the last one, I think. And on my effects, I just have hyper dimension once again, just making this a little bit wider and more interesting. And this utility just taking out the stereo out of the low end. But yeah, the added harmonics in here are pretty important for the sound to be just more than sub pitching down. Yeah, and I don't have any extra post-processing on there. Then, besides, you know, the basses and the drums, I just have like a repeating vocal throughout. And something kind of important in this one, or that at least I felt to make a little bit of a difference, was adding like this little delay with these settings. Let me mute this so you can hear the difference. Now with it. Gives it like a little bit of a bounce, if you will, or at least that's the feeling that I'm getting from it. And yeah, really important once again for creating some rhythm and some groove to make things flow in this one. But that's pretty much it. Thank you very much for watching. As usual, this whole project file and also the presets are available in my Patreon. I've been including all of the presets on all of the project files, so if you go back to my previous projects that I've posted in Patreon, you will also get the presets. If you don't use Ableton, or if you just want the presets, you can also get only the presets for this project file and all my previous project files and all my future project files as well. Please leave a like, comment, subscribe, and I hope I see you around.